salty run back? Anybody? Did anybody hear salty
Salty
run back?
run back,
Okay,
why
look, they're
not?
insta-locking.
So,
All right, so
I will just say,
Yep.
if we're gonna get this back, there is something in this game that I want to see an uptick of. And yes, we had early movement, we had early priority and proactivity from Tianzhen, but this is a guy that I want to see confidence built out of, right? Because when he's playing confidently, he looks like a different player, and I want to see that come alive against Tian. They will get the Kaisa here as well for IG, so rounding out their first trio.
I actually think they should have stayed on the top side picks, because now if top esports want to, JackeyLove can just go Zaya, and this just feels like it feels bad, like because yeah, need I really say, because then top esports don't have to ban Rakan, they can first pick it on 4 rather, so then IG have to ban it, and then they might even have to ban an additional like defensive support as well, like Braum, and that's gonna suck. Or they'll have to go towards mid. I think Braum probably makes more sense. Top esports are just going to remove away the divers, with the exception of Rakan, because they know that Arn has to ban it.
The Cassante is the first one. All right, okay. So focusing topside matchup a little bit. There still is some really good topside matchups for both sides, I feel like, available on the table. I do expect top esports to be focusing down towards that duo down there. Maybe give JackeyLove a little bit of a break, and Mark as well.
Yeah, definitely. What's your second ban here as top esports though? Do you really feel like you need to send a ban to YSKM? Do you feel like the Nautilus ban is enough? Okay, they go towards the Blitzcrank. So this just says to me that they really want Milio. And I'm going to be honest, if I'm IG, it's a pretty annoying circumstance. But again, you threw out a ban to Cassante. You should have just thrown the Rakan ban in first and then seen where you had landed, in my opinion. But because of the order, they now are forced into that Rakan ban. And top esports, if they want to, I mean, just go Milio, and they feel pretty okay about the bottom side matchup almost always. Rel as well. If they want engage, like re-engage, they can do this Rel. If they want like a very stable in the middle pick, they can go towards the Milio. But of course, they can just hold it till 5. And I think for top esports, their read is just simply the bottom side matchup is more important than a top side matchup for us. So we can just blind pick this Nah. YSKM tried to go Gwen blind. This time he's probably gonna go Camille because it's YSKM. And then look, actually, the Irelia hover as well. I think either of these options are pretty strong, obviously 1-to-1. I think Camille offers a little bit more in terms of lockdown for the team fights, and that's probably where IG are gonna start to bleed into. And now for Wink, with the Rakan gone and a lot of the aggressive options also banned off the table, what more can you go towards, right? There is the Rel, but you go Rel, then you get Braum. So I think that's even worse, actually. Alistar. Oh, Alistar. Alistar is maybe where you go, because at the very least, Alistar can actually deal with the Braum lane depending on how you actually maneuver. And then it's just about the team fights and how well you find engages. I actually think this could be a bit of a sleeper pick for IG if they're considering it. There you go. Good stuff, IG.
There it is.
And now, top
all right,
esports,
so you get the combos there for sure.
Yeah, now top esports, even if they go the Milio, even if they go the Renar, even if they go the Rel, these are all very okay options into Alistar. You know, you're still going to have those mid-game team fights and those snap engages here from IG, which are going to be particularly powerful. And look, I don't like to talk about hovers often, but, you know, Tarek being hovered into a full dive comp is sending waves, Mazel. It's sending waves, but they're not going to do it. They will just go towards the Renar, and this is obviously the more stable pick in terms of just that big AoE ultimate to just kind of be the spacing tool for the rest of top esports, whilst IG have to try not to kill each other off the auto attacks.
You gotta hope so. You got a lot of aggression just labeled on the foreheads of IG right now. They need to find a comeback in this series, and it can start off of, again, going back to comfort, but also just going all in on an all-in composition. I expect YSKM and Tianzhen to really get connected. Again, heartbeat of IG has been these solo lanes, even if On is the one that ends up carrying a lot of the games. And on top esports' side, you had some rough things happen early on. You don't want that to happen again. Clean up early game and try to sweep a 2-0 here is in their mindset.
Exactly. Should be a lot easier to pilot a stable early game with these lanes on the bottom side specifically, but also I think the top lane is one where YSKM can't really get a massive advantage by himself until level 6, right? And even then, Wayward really has to overstep. So for top esports, this should be a much better look than game number 1 in the early stages, and then it's about how you team fight in the mid game and then try to negate IG's ability to find snap engages, because they're going to have to turn off the lights, and then it's going to be about flanking from every single angle from every member here of IG.
We're headed on to the Rift for the second game of the last series of the day. Can IG push us to 3, or will JackeyLove and Rookie say goodbye to their old organization and their world championship memories with Invictus Gaming after the end of this series. We're getting onto the Rift here shortly, and hopefully hearing a loud cheer for both these sides, but give some extra momentum to IG so we can actually get a third game tonight and not end on 6. We are getting some fun stuff in this last one. A lot of prio bans came out from top esports to try to pick away the comfort of IG, but here is their attempt at coming back.
Strong IOs. Definitely more so for top esports than IG. IG, I imagine, still have a pretty big fan base in China, given that they were world champions once upon a time. It's weird to think it's almost been 5 years, isn't it, Mazel?
It's crazy, man.
That particular
it's
tournament.
Literally so crazy.
Time does fly.
I posted the picture of their like trophy lifting moment on the post for Twitter today, and I had to sit there for a minute and look at it and just think back on that crazy worlds, man. One of my favorite worlds of all time for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Such fun worlds. I actually think this most recent MSI was so fun as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a little bit of recency bias. Generally, you always tend to remember the most recent things first and a little more fondly, but I think seeing BLG go through that particular journey to... Ooh, nice game. I like this E-start. I like the attempt. Doesn't quite find the mark there. As what does find the mark is that.
Double engage from Wink, though, and JackeyLove's looking a little bit like game 1. There's no way out of here if you're going to burn that flash. He does get the healing from the potion, and On is in trouble as well. Playing on that knife's edge again. JackeyLove able to thread that needle.
Yeah, so close, so close. Wink, really nice moment. Finds his way in. I'm actually not entirely sure.
Flash handshake. Ooh, good flash from On. Really good heads up play.
Yeah, it felt like, I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to get a re-look at it. I might actually pull it up on the side here, but it felt like On missed an auto attack. Like he either autoed Mark or he autoed a minion, because JackeyLove's health bar stopped going down for like longer than it should have. Maybe it was spacing, I'm actually not entirely sure. But the all-in attempt was good from IG, but they don't get JackeyLove's flash, and the fact that On doesn't have his could make him a very easy target as Rookie actually goes in, but there's no one actually around to punish for now.
Just trying to press the advantage because Tian was going for an invade here. Tian, though, doesn't want that smoke, as the smoke screen did come through, and Tianzhen will fight him out of his own jungle.
Yeah, it just forces him back. We'll continue to full clear. That does put Tian technically behind on the pacing, right? He's obviously only now returning to his bottom side camps. He should still secure Scar, though, because look at all this priority. Big wave, actually 15 seconds, maybe that wave dies, maybe things get a little bit awkward and a reset's coming out from JackeyLove and Mark, so see how things go. YSKM. Ooh, okay.
Is that a situation where Sorry, go ahead.
No, it doesn't matter because...
Maybe not?
Wink. All right, I'll ask your question first, then I'll talk about the top side stuff.
Was that a read from Tian thinking that Tianzhen was going to try to combine with the Camille super early and try to get a dive on the Mini-Gnar because he was going for like a vertical jungle style to try to do it, but Tianzhen just ended up going for a full clear?
No, I don't think so. I think Tian
I feel
was
like
just...
the cohesion for Nocturne is huge with
Yeah,
YSKM.
I do agree, but I feel like it's about the level 6 mark, right? Between YSKM and Tianzhen, that's when you can really abuse the Gnar, because, you know, Gnar, you get locked down by the ult, and then it's like, okay, now where do you go when you're getting paranoid, right? It just feels really rough. YSKM, I'm loving these aggressive trades. What he tried to do as well underneath the tower, land the hook shot, get the auto attack, and then just back out, let the tower shot get absorbed by the shield passive, but he just stepped out a little bit too soon. The shield dips off, and then he actually takes the tower shot anyway. So, little small mechanics you can maybe look to abuse if you're a Camille player in solo queue. YSKM certainly knows the ins and outs of this matchup, as he knows so many when it comes to these carries. As Tianzhen, just watch Tian clear his Raptors. He should actually know that it's going to be the Krugs that come up next. It's just about whether or not he actually decides to look for this invade. Remember, his red buff was also delayed on the takedown, so he's still got this buff for a while. But it's
he's
Rookie.
looking to go for a flash play on the Rookie.
Oh boy.
Rookie gets tagged.
Wow.
And those Bramble Thorns, they hurt. Cryin gets first blood for IG.
Yeah. Stung by the nettle. Rookie doesn't even get to flash. So, good job, Cryin. Flash forward with the Tangle Barbs. And even Tianzhen manages, he paths through both the tier 1 and the tier 2 through the mid lane, by the way, because of how the dive happened. Picks himself up an assist. Feels good for IG. And again, you know, off to the races a little bit. Another pre-6 appearance from the Nocturne. Just adding a little bit of damage. See whether or not this can be a dive? I feel like the answer is no. It should just be Tian taking away a couple of jungle camps. Maybe Tianzhen just skips all the way up there, goes past his Gromp. There's no smite on Tian, remember, but there's smite available to Tianzhen. Where is Tianzhen going? Where's he?
You go for the long path all the way around. Does see the Scuttle Crab was taken.
Yeah, so he wanted the Scuttle. Now he's going to run into Tian, but with no
I think
Q.
you saw him around the corner there.
Yeah.
Some missing pings coming through.
They're dancing around each other, Mazel. But unfortunately, they're not dancing with each other, not butting heads.
Now I'm just thinking of Nocturne trying to dance with Sejuani.
No, I'm actually
that doesn't work.
How does
she's riding a mount?
No. Even worse. How does Nocturne dance without legs?
Exactly. Well, we saw the dance between Vid and the big first blood for IG, though. Now we're looking back in a 2v2 turning into a 3v2.
Yeah, cleanse blown.
Just getting active before the 6 mark. JackeyLove only has flash.
Jackie's dead.
He saved it. Is he going to be able to get it? There's that fear. Tian's going to be here to respond, but JackeyLove, he needs to try to get a bailout. He can't get it, and Tian can't find that engage.
Yeah, and this is the beauty of the Alistar pick in a moment like this. He set up for the play as Tianzhen was coming in, and by the time it's wrapping up, his cooldowns come back up. He's able to knock Tian up and just knock him away, able to play both facets, right? Either both engage, disengage, really strong as well from Tianzhen. Just getting active before 6, it's just not something you're going to expect as top esports here. Finds himself another gank.
I didn't get enough of a lead last game. We gotta go more. That's what he's saying here.
Pace,
Tian's actually in the dragon. Yeah, pace. Just keep going. YSCam is looking. Talk about pace. They are moving consistently around the map. The top esports will take advantage of this lack of presence on bottom side to take the dragon.
Yeah, resets obviously had to come out, right? And with that in mind, top esports just acknowledge that they can pick up this dragon for free. And that's exactly what it is, a freebie. Top esports, dragon number 1. Tianzhen will trade some camps on the top side, and these are going to be like 3rd rotation. So the fact he's level 5, these should give him a fair amount of XP. Yeah, Raptors give him a 3rd of his level. So if he can steal away this whole top side here, it should give him level 6. And maybe with the wave pushing in, if Wayward oversteps, they could pick him up. But I think because he just uses ult to clear the wave, you'll likely just reset. Yep, so that's not going to be an angle for them. Yeah. And Tianzhen actually comes off the red, so nothing will occur. So let's get a look at this engage, because I imagine it's just Wink again. Finds either JackeyLove and Mark, or just JackeyLove as they aggress underneath the tower. Just JackeyLove is the answer. And even though the cleanse does reduce the duration of the stun, do you know what he now doesn't have cleanse for? This flash fear that Tianzhen finds.
Yeah.
There's just no real angle for him.
He's just a little bit behind Tianzhen, so he can't outflash the fear range.
Exactly. Nice spell shield as well to stop himself from being rooted, but it definitely wouldn't have caused him his death, just saving the health bar at that point. And JackeyLove goes down. Kill goes into Arn's back pocket. Very curious to see what build we get as well, because we saw, you know, that basically full AP build earlier on today with the Static Shiv. But I've definitely seen closer to hybrid builds. I've seen 80 builds on Kai'Sa when, you know, the game demands it. Excited to see exactly how much damage Arn ends up dealing on this Kai'Sa, because, man, can it sometimes put in work once it starts to get ahead.
Oh yeah, it can. Static Shiv is a hell of a drug at that point, but you do have a Rift Herald coming, or has been up for about a minute. A lot of increased presence from IG towards this top side, and Tianzhen already starting it up.
Yeah, Tianzhen on top of it, but priority, I think, for Wayward, and Tian's actually moving in through the top side.
I think they can do this.
It's going to be a bit awkward. I mean, I think the time is actually there, because Wayward just lost his Meganar, and there's a Paranoia available.
There's 2 Alistairs coming at you, but there's an Emperor's Divide right back at him.
Yeah, worst of the 2 targets there, but they do get Rookie's Emperor's Divide. The issue is that Tianzhen not only chunked out, but with no ultimate, he now becomes a little bit useless to this play. They even brought Arn up as a potential rotation, so they're giving JackeyLove some free time on the bottom side of the map. No, I think he's fine. I think he's fine. Should have another spell shield as well.
Prison. No, I don't think he can. I think he dies here, but Tian might have overextended for it. He does get it back. He just says, I needed something. As the Pop Blossom comes out, Tian will just go down to Wink.
Okay, jungle for jungle. But the kill goes over to Cryin, so I don't know, man. I feel like this play just isn't really worth it Tian. Yeah, it feels like a bit of a tilt play, to be honest with you. Engage Rookie.
Mark is here.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little bit of savior syndrome going on. Rookie popped down, though, trying to trade back with Cryin.
Yeah, trying to trade back. Both junglers, or mid laners rather, on low HP. I actually correct myself. I think Wink got that kill, so it's an even weirder play now. Because like, okay, so deep breath, Tianzhen on top of this ward. So this is what actually gives them the opportunity to engage, and also highlighted there by the observers because they clicked on it. Spell Shield was down because it was used on the Herald charge, which is something you can do. I wonder if that actually has any impact. It feels like this play goes on for a while. Yeah, so if he has the Spell Shield,
if he had it, yep,
he can go through. Yeah, he can go through the Emperor's Divide. So that's the first part of the play. Now the second part is whatever the hell happens here from Tian. He just sees red. I don't know, man. Sure, he gets the kill, but he uses his flash. The only saving grace is that Wink picks up that kill, to be honest with you. So
yeah,
very strange. Herald still on the map. Second dragon 90 seconds away. I'm not sure if we'll even see the Herald go down. We'll have to see, as Tian is on the bottom side of the map, and so is Tianzhen. So no focus around the Herald for now. Again, for IG, my big frustration, as it always is when you have teams with strong top laners or matchups. Why has Wayward not died like 2 times yet? You know, like,
yeah, very true.
You've got Camille into Gnar. As soon as he's in mini, it should just be like instant ult from both, and you just immediately run over this lane. I do understand, you know, you don't want to necessarily use the ult economy if it's not going to net you something like a Rift Herald, but hell, getting Camille into a position where she can 1v9 a game like this feels pretty plausible.
I also do want to highlight the crown completion for Rookie. I know we were talking earlier, we didn't like the crown for Azir, but I actually think right here it's really good because besides kind of the Prey Seeker for On, there's not a lot that can bust down that crown early in those big engages. It literally will get popped as they go in. Yeah,
exactly. It's a lot harder. It's, you know, if you're Rookie, you want to just sit back. There's 2 things as well. It's actually the Prey Seeker, but also then the Rocket Belt, once it gets completed by Cryin. You'll see a lot of the times Rocket Belt mid laners or top laners will just throw their Rocket Belt out just to get rid of the crown so that target can be bursted down. So we'll see whether that comes to fruition. I do agree though, whilst I typically don't like the crown, pretty okay spot for it now as Rookie. Could he find the sweep?
Rookie, they got the light switch out. Oh, Tianzhen just goes in straight onto JackeyLove. Nice little double knockup, but the hostile takeover has gone through, and now Wink is being turned into shredded beef. Rookie tries to go with the big play. Pop Blossom comes across, but Cryin yet again can't find backup. A double kill goes to Rookie, and it was JackeyLove in game 1, and we're looking at Rookie now with 2 kills here and a dragon for top esports.
Yeah, same thing as before, where Rookie's able to pull out some very strong-looking team fights. Looks like YSKM couldn't get involved, so he's going to pick himself up 2 plates in the mid lane for his troubles, but top esports pick up the second dragon, and that team fight was so close to being pretty okay for IG, to be honest with you. But there's a couple of core things that go wrong. For one, Wink's re-engage, he doesn't find everyone. It's still 2 members, right? That feels all right. Here's the engage initially. The tether still connects, even though JackeyLove's in the air, so he gets feared, but Wink can't quite find both Mark and JackeyLove, and I think that's crucial. But not only that, the ultimate hits Cryin, it stops him from moving forward, then he gets hit by the ultimate of the Sejuani, and then he gets Narvant, right? Gnar Azir wall from Wayward. Feels really, really bad. That. So Cryin just cannot move.
And that's not to say he hasn't looked good.
No!
Like, he literally has been the holy grail for IG in this series. But it just doesn't matter. Every time you get these knockups, every time you get these big pop blossoms. I do love IG, though, capitalizing on the downtime, getting this Rift Herald. They can at least maybe get some resources either into Cryin or YSKM. I would love to see some top lane focus like you were hovering earlier.
Yeah, I do wonder how soon, like, if you wait, like, because this is kind of the window now where I feel like YSKM, if he didn't buy tier 2 boots, he should have Sundra or Triforce, depending on how he's feeling. Yeah, he has magical footwear, even better. So now he's on Spike. Go play towards it, man. Like, I'm going to be honest, a Camille can kind of make a game like this really, really awkward, even with some of the peel tools available to top esports. You know, Emperor's Divide, Featherstorm, all that stuff. The Camille ultimate can circumvent some of these issues quite heavily, and can very easily duel, or at the very least, make space and make room and distraction for things like Cryin to continue to find those massive ultimates. But for now, IG continue to just tussle with top esports on the bottom side, and they're continuing to lose out here. Finally, up here, and look how easy it is. Look, he's dead.
They got the
he's dead.
Look at that. Oh, they burned some flashes.
Right. So
okay, but it still matters.
Like, even with botched execution, it's mildly easy as a...
Oh, big
boy.
Feather Storm, but the Pod Blossom is actually really big in return. Tian's tanking up the tower here. Cryin will eventually go down to Rookie. And it's really good juggling, but now Tian is left out on his lonesome.
Yeah, exactly. They pick up the kill on the back end. I mean, we just spoke about how the execution of the dive on the top side wasn't the best. It wasn't actually that good either from Top Esports. Down here, Herald will get 2 towers though.
This is
massive.
wanted.
This is, it's like, look, IG, sure they're trading out 2 towers, but it's 2 towers split between 3 members. Sure, Rookie and JackeyLove are actually also getting gold. That's very, very important. But at the end of the day, you're already on the back foot. 2 tower trade, that's an up trade in a game state like this. It's kind of just how it is. So even though it's flat value the same, it still feels good because of the game state as we get a look back at this dive. So what went wrong? Why did they not quite find the lethal?
Thought he was going to get out there.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'll have a look back at it as well on my right-hand side. But down here, it's all about the fact... I think the fact that Mark pulls him in actually kind of sets this top person up. It's a bit unfortunate because you want to bring him into range to be damaged, but that's just how it works out. And Tian also, yeah, just ends up falling. So what ends up happening? I'm just trying to take a look. It looks like top side, the reason why that dive doesn't quite go the way they want it to and they have to expend both flashes, the fear just takes a little bit longer to channel up than they perhaps wanted. That's pretty much it. So Wayward is always going to be a vulnerable target whenever he's in mini. It's just about whether or not IG can actually look to abuse it. And again, we have a Chemtech Soul. These guys are feeling pretty toxic, I guess. A little bit poisonous. Oh, hello.
Look at this.
But
look what happens. They know where to go now. They have been shown the way forward like a light over the horizon. And it is all through Wayward. Pick up your gold, pick up your items, get everything you want from the Wayward store for IG.
Now, look, I don't want to be that guy, but pro teams, please, if you put your top laner on a carry pick, just send numbers to it, man. Just send numbers. That's all it needs. All it needs.
But no.
But
top lane doesn't matter. Remember, top lane doesn't matter.
He carries. Top lane doesn't matter. Anyway,
you said that earlier though in this podcast.
What did I say? What?
It depends on the top laner. Right?
It certainly does depend on the top laner. But I feel like YSKM is the kind of player that you just want to give resources to. If you give him matchups as aggressive as this, like give him money, man. I don't know. Anyway.
Give the man money.
I'm just...
As we do have this dragon spotting about 15 seconds. This is look at all top esports. His backs are coming through from IG.
Yeah, it should be top esports here. And if there is no action, Mazel, I just want to bring attention to something because I just looked over. Like I said, I have the stream up on the right-hand side, so I get to have a second look at replays and such. You know how you said top esports, you know, Wayward, he's the store, right? You've also said top esports award. So what if the store is actually Wayward selling awards for top esports? So he's on the side lane. Yeah, you see where I'm going with it?
Man, it just all makes sense. All of a sudden, it's like the puzzle pieces have come together after years and years of trying to make it work. Man.
Yeah, he's the top esports award on the side lane, and he's giving gold. Hence, IG going to the store. It's perfect. You know, they're clearing the ward. They're just clearing the ward. They're just clearing the ward, Mazel. It's that easy.
He's a human being, okay? He's a human being. He's not a ward.
Gosh, all I can think about now is like the days of TSM where like Bjergsen was still the best performing player, and like Bjergsen was like 1v9ing, but his rosters around him weren't necessarily performing the best. And everyone's like, man, it's Bjergsen at 4 war. Sorry, don't know why that popped into my head.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Dark days are coming. But maybe IG looking to put a little brightness on their side of those dark days. Is 2-0 for YSKM. He also has 2 items now.
Mazel,
pretty big. Looks like they're hovering around the side.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they have Nocturne. They're turning the lights off. They don't want light.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm in a silly goofy mood right now.
I like it. Yeah. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Until we get the definitely not a light switch skin, though. That's what I'm waiting for.
True.
Why is that not existent? Why is there not a light switch Nocturne skin?
I just
makes me so sad.
All right. Let's go down this rabbit hole whilst these teams are kind of just staring at each other because that's all they can do right now, to be fair.
Lovingly.
How would you design said light switch skin?
I feel like he would just look like a normal person. And he just, I don't know, when he uses abilities, there's like a little animated light switch that goes I don't know. I'm just the ideas man. All right, I'm not the execution man.
Sure.
You figure out how to put light switches in a Nocturne, okay? Or maybe the only change, it's a normal Nocturne skin. Yeah. When he ults, you just hear a really loud flick of a light switch. That's it. That's the only change.
What if, right? Okay, no, I actually had an entirely different skin line in my head. Cryin.
Okay.
Crown?
He's got to wait for the crown. Oh. Both of them are like, cool.
That's
but Rookie actually burned that Emperor's Device. It's pretty big.
Yeah, not only that, top esports blowing the teleport there of Wayward. Now YSKM has the opportunity to have a pretty free side lane to push into. Could be huge. I just thought, what if instead of Nocturne ulting, it makes Now, granted, the near side effect would obviously still be there. But what if instead of everything going dark, everything just gets brighter on your screen?
Oh god, just get flashbanged.
You just get flashbanged.
Oh my god, that's awful. Sounds
actually
terrifying.
That might be a pay-to-win skin. Actually, never mind.
It might be. But Nocturne ult's over, but I still can't see anything. What happened?
But do you know what I did just think of though on a different idea? What if we had Sandstorm Nocturne? I feel like that would be a really cool idea, right? Okay, Nearsighted by dust.
Yeah. Still like light switch Nocturne better, but I like where your head's at.
Look, all I'm saying is, Skin Team, if for whatever reason you're listening to the English LPL broadcast, and I go on to see a Sandstorm Nocturne skin, I know where the idea came from. YSKM has a funny idea that top esports are coming to collapse, and he's going to get off that tower, though, so top esports won't find him, and that's going to be a continual pain in the backside. Now that Camille's online 2 items, it should be a continued trend that he wins the side lane. I wouldn't even be surprised if Wayward, like, he has the items to go Hullbreaker. I think he should just go Sterax and look to just play team fight. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna lose anyway. I feel like if you continue to itemize into side lane, you're just kind of itemizing to lose. So, just a penny for my thoughts anyway. They also are 50 seconds away from the Chemtech Soul, so that is also something I imagine they're going to look to heavily prioritize.
That's the next fight, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be the next setup here. You already see a lot of vision. The resets now beautifully timed coming through for top esports. Now, this is a situation where, to some extent, there's a world where we see a give and Elder Dragon is the new timer. But it seems like IG want to contest.
Yeah, I mean, they just don't want to give over Soul, right? Chemtech Soul, in this context, kind of annoying. You're playing a dive comp. You don't want any damage reduction to come through at all. Shielding and healing power is going to be to a minimal here for top esports, but again, you know, you're trying to execute targets. There's a lot of burst damage though on IG, so I don't know how effective it realistically will be. Ooh, okay. YSKM extended teleport. Yeah, YSKM's on the bottom side of TP. Now he is Camille, so hookshot over walls and stuff, but it's still a long walk up here, and there's zoning tools. They're going on Rookie.
They found Rookie. They're trying to get Rookie on the side. He goes goal. He's buying time. Wink. This is such a split by Cryin. He finds a big one. Wayward's trying to get Mega, but he can't find it. Now Rookie has made it out of everything. And JackeyLove! He gets one. He's caught, though, as the lockdown comes through. Can IG pull this one out of a rabbit's hat? No! It's not going to happen unless YSKM and Cryin. YSKM, the only one left. The Hydra has come alive, and Hercules is slain. IG are out of it, and that's a big moment from Rookie.
Rookie comes up clutch in that team fight. He was the one that got engaged on, but he's the last one standing alongside Tian, and now they will get this dragon as well. Chemtech Soul is going to be massive for stopping IG from diving as successfully as they almost did here. Big issue for me. It's just about the rest of IG being able to follow up on Rookie, right? Rookie's separated, he's Zhonya's is up. Cryan's ultimate doesn't get as much value as at face value it looks like it would. It's just onto Wayward and Mark, and then Mark's not really in a position, or Wayward rather, in a position to die. Whilst all this is going on, YSKM eventually shows up, but he doesn't necessarily have as much immediate impact as he would want. He goes on to JackeyLove here. Good stopwatch to stop the Feathers from pulling back and killing him. Finds the kill onto JackeyLove here, and then flashes over the wall, but Rookie goes in, dodges out.
Forgot about Dre.
Yeah, never forget about Dre. As, yeah, not even Cryin can find the route onto Rookie to lock him down, and fortunately, they all fall in front of them, and now with Soul,
that all started with Rookie. Yep. That literally, they just all end on a Rookie, and he still is the biggest factor in the end of that fight. But now we're right back to round 2, as fisticuffs have been drawn. And we have a Baron started by IG. They got it down about 4,000, but they're pulling out of this one now. They just wanted to get the attention of Top Esports, and they did get the TP from Wayward.
Yeah, the issue is with YSKM not having teleport, side laning just becomes a little bit more awkward, right? You want him on the bottom side, but you can't really do that if he doesn't have teleport. So they get Waywards out, that feels good. Now Top Esports is going to likely group very heavily. YSKM's teleport a little bit under 2 minutes, so about 90 seconds. It's going to be a while until he can freely access the bottom lane without threat of Top Esports just burning the Baron down. So you move away from the Baron
straight
for now,
to it.
And maybe, yeah, actually, I say they move
That's
away. Maybe
3
they just
items
move
spike
straight
for
back.
Rookie.
Yeah, it would go down quite quickly. I think they want the 3rd item on JackeyLove though, before they really look to take this one. And he is farming up this mid wave. Maybe they just go back to it. Loads of pings flying, and even IG a little bit apprehensive about the approach.
See, they're actually not going to commit fully to this. Does get that Prey Seeker into Wayward, spotting him out. Baron pulled off of, but now Top Esports are just hungry, searching for somebody to catch out. YSKM still very strong in the moment. The pack should come through the reset at least. Not actually going to be pulled off, so maybe just waiting around to see if they can use JackeyLove as a bit of a bait. The Top Esports, they will take this Baron so fast.
They will. I think both sides really have a very, very fast Baron in my mind, so neither Top Esports or IG can fall asleep at the wheel. Otherwise, the Purple Worm will certainly fall quickly. And one thing I want to see, YSKM, he has teleport almost, but I think the fact that we have Cryin showing on this wave down here just means that Top Esports, yeah, everyone's bot. This is a really, really big issue for IG. I think the Baron's going to die. Even if it doesn't, they're going to be late IG.
Tianzhen. He's buying time. They're trying to get something going. YSKM goes in. There's Tianzhen. Can he make it? No, the Meganar ulti into the wall. The TES reset city set comp. Big Pop Blossom goes through, but JackeyLove with the Feather Storm makes it happen. And it's IG that crumble apart in the might of Top Esports.
Yeah, triple kill for JackeyLove. Baron in tow. They've got another minion wave on the way. I don't know if the death times are long enough for them to end, but they're certainly going to try. And they're in full control of this game, of this series. IG has been very, very valiant from start to end. But unfortunately, the execution back-to-back games has just fallen flat on its face. Top Esports looking to take this 2-0.
They might look a little bit dicey here, but they're trying to put a finishing touch. Rookie and JackeyLove against the organization that they've known their highest success with that World Championship. The star that's on IG's jerseys that belongs to Rookie and JackeyLove. And they'll take this series just like that, 2-0.
2-0 on the day. Very strong look in the mid-game team fights. Yes, it got a bit dicey here and there. And certainly, I think the earliest points of the game for Top Esports are things that are certainly going to have to be looked at when it comes to taking on some of the remainder